fall Saturday. My name is Bri. I'm the owner and artist of Upcycled by Bri, and today I have a big, I think I'm echoing off of this tote. I have a big industrial farmhouse holiday haul. So I went to 2 thrift stores this week. I've got all of the junk in front of me that I grabbed, and in fact everything's already listed up on my website, upcycledbybri.com, and I have dropped the collection in the comment section. I'm commenting today as Lifestyle by Bri. That's the only one that I guess that was signed in on my iPad, which is my second channel. If y'all didn't know I had a second channel, you can click that little name and hop over there and subscribe to that one. But anyways, we're gonna get started. I've got some fun stuff. A couple things have already sold too. So if you see something you like, go ahead and grab it. And then as we go along, if you see something else you like, grab it. I'll combine orders and refund shipping. Hello, I've got Jeannie and Teresa. Okay, let's start with a couple of the things that have already sold. So like I said, I went to 2 thrift stores. One was in Kansas City, Overland Park. It was the Savers, which is a good one. I like it. Prices are a little higher, but the things I like aren't too bad. So that's a fun one. And then I went to My Little Honey Hole, the Giving Tree here in Topeka, and I get 30% off there because I'm a vendor at the antique mall. So, oh, Steph sells stuff by the seashore. Good morning. I swear you have that name just to trip us up. Okay, so y'all, this is already sold. Marty snatched this one up. She is quick. I have a couple little deer that I have had for years. I use them in staging a lot and everybody always wants them. I'm not ready to part with them, but whenever I find ceramic deer, I snag them up. I paid $1.35 at the Giving Tree after my discount, and this deer is sold for $14.95. I love the marbling in the finish, the glaze, I guess, on this. Super unique and pretty, and then the little sleepy baby, couldn't pass it. All right, I've got a few people hopping on. If y'all wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up button and sending this out to a friend. It was kind of an late notice live, so we'll see how many friends we can get on this morning. Good morning, Melissa and Stephanie. Okay, what else sold? Marty also grabbed up this aluminum pot. I always grab these when I find them. They sell quick. This one has a beautiful black weathered handle. Hey, Barbie is new here. How do we buy? So Barbie, everything is listed already on my website. I have it in the Shop the Haul collection. I just dropped it in the comments for you, so you can click that link, and I have it organized from the newest junk to the oldest junk. So all this stuff should be right on top. So these are great. During the fall, I put like pumpkins, vinyl pumpkin lettering on one of these and filled it up, and that sold quick. This one just sold as is. Marty, if you hop on, let us know what you're gonna do with this. You are welcome, Barbie, and welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Brandy and Cindy is on. Good morning, ladies. Tracy, I think I already said hi to you. If I didn't, hello. Okay, y'all let me know. Do you pick these up when you find them? These are corbel shaped, but they've got the hole through them because they are curtain rod holders. I think they sometimes look a little outdated when they're used for curtain rod holders, but I buy them and I paint them and I use them like bookends. And then with the hole, I usually just place a nice sprig of flowy greenery through them, and they look really, really pretty staged up. So I got 2 sets. They were priced individually, which was kind of disappointing, but prices were so good, I didn't complain. So I paid $2.80 for the set. They're listed at $19.95 to be painted. So I'll do a really pretty fun paint finish on these before I ship them out. If they don't get purchased, I'll go ahead and paint them and I'll update the pictures and y'all can decide then. But let me know, do you guys pick up that type of corbel when you find them? Oh, sweet. Marty said she's going to put a plant in it. I love that. You know what? Fall time, put a pumpkin in it. Christmas time, put a tree in it. Springtime, put a plant in it. I have a ton of houseplants too. Some of them live outside in the spring and summer, but then I have to bring them in the winter. And some of them are a little more tropical. So I like to put them in things like crocks, and I'm looking at a couple that I have. Crocks or old metal pots, and it kind of pulls them into the farmhouse style better. Little tip there for you. Okay, I grabbed this little jar full of vintage grommets. Why not? I just loved the colors. Pardon my fingernails. I gotta fix those later. I've been busy shipping. It's a Gerber jar. I paid like, I don't know, 15 cents for it, and it's up at $4.95. But I just love those colors. How fun, and a little artsy vignette. Or if you actually need grommets. Tracy doesn't see the link. I'll drop it for you again. There you go. Let me know if that worked. Alrighty. I think we're going to paint these after I show everything. A nice little cutout set of wooden trees. Not really digging the colors on them. Kind of primitive, a little outdated, right? And the backs aren't painted. Like, I don't know. Maybe it was an unfinished project. So I have these listed up individually to be painted. And then I'm also going to add like just a scrap wood base to them. How simple, like what a cute update. And I think maybe a little bit of snow with some of the DIY paint frosting. So obviously they're not finished, but we can paint them together. This tote was $2.95. It's got quite the job on it, and it's got an interesting shape on the side. But for $2.95, I really couldn't pass it up, especially with the little organized bins on the inside. So it's also listed to be painted, and it is $22.95. So that's kind of a heck of a deal for an old vintage tote. These are kind of a pain in the tush to paint sometimes. So you have to decide if it's worth the work. But this one has, the holes aren't too small, so I can get a paintbrush in there. Sometimes if the little cubbies are too little, it's more work than it's worth. The link isn't showing up. Oh no. That's weird. Can you guys see my comments? I just typed hey. Let me know if you can see it. I'm gonna hop out real quick and I'll come back in. Yes, we saw that. That's weird. Why isn't it working? Is it because it's a link? Where you have to be in, oh, I have to be an admin. Ugh. Okay. Hold please. Sorry guys, I think I had to change my password and it kicked me off my iPad. I can fix this. Maybe. Y'all chat amongst yourselves. Sorry, I would have done this before the live, but I didn't even realize it until I went to comment. I can't sign this app because Google can't confirm it's safe. Close it, try to sign in again. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I'm glad that they're, you know, protecting my account, though. I'm not even mad about that. Well, now it won't even give me a keyboard to type. Okay, well. Okay, go to upcycledbybri.com. Go up to the little right-hand corner. Thank you, Steph. And go to the Shop the Haul collection. And you can do the little drop-down box from newest to oldest. You guys, it's super simple to find. Upcycledbybri.com. It's not letting me sign in. Like, it won't even give me a keyboard now. If you're new here, this doesn't usually happen. Okay, well, that's not gonna work. But I will, when I get off the live, I'll drop everything in the description box. The link is in the details. Thanks, Barbie. Yeah, my website is in the detail in the description box. It's just not the specific collection. But y'all are very smart. I know you are. Just go to the Shop the Haul collection and sort newest to oldest. Okay, we're gonna move on. Sorry about that. I snagged these up. They were actually in 2 different piles, a set of 6 and a set of 3 or 4. And I went ahead and combined them all together. Now they're a set of 9, but they're vintage glass and silver, like tarnished silver coasters, and they are just so pretty. And I thought they would be perfect on a Christmas, like tablescape, you know, obviously. There's a little bit of rust on them, but if you're really just setting a cup on them, I would still totally use them on my kitchen, dining room table. Sorry about the links, you guys. Hey, Patty. Awesome haul. This is how to not do a YouTube live, Patty. I met Patty down in Branson. These copper pieces, who just commented on that? Deborah said that they're made by Copper Craft, that her mom used to sell them. Copper Craft. I didn't pronunciate that very well. One of these cups, though, I noticed, is actually a Wagner West Germany piece. So this is a German copper piece. This little 2-piece set was $3.95. I paid $2.75 after my discount, and it's up at $12.95. How sweet is that? This one is not marked the same way, so that's the one Deborah's probably talking about. This one is $12.95 as well, and it's a votive holder. I thought those were unique copper pieces. A little different than what I usually see. Hold on one second, guys. Maisie is scratching over here at the door, and she's not going to stop. Okay. All the technical difficulties today, but I thought those were really sweet. I'm keeping this rolling pin. I have sold and sold and sold rolling pins, and I want to build up my collection a little bit. This one is a little bit older. It's got the metal through the middle, but the rolling pin like handle shape is really unique. So it was marked $3.95. I went ahead and grabbed it, and that was the only one I saw. But I did see a ton of wooden spoons, like a ton. And they were all grouped together, super easy to find. So I like to grab these and put them together and sell them in a little curated set. That way you guys can just snag them, fill up your crocks, and you don't even have to do the hunting and the searching. I've got 2 sets available. There's 6 in each, set A and set B, and they are $9.95, and you get 6 curated spoons. And this one even has a fun brush in it. I love hunting though, like digging through all the old kitchen utensils and stuff and hunting for the wooden spoons. It's one of my favorite things to thrift. Fun fact. This was in the kitchen section and I paid up for it just a little bit, but I've sold them before. I ended up paying $6.50 and I have it up at $24.95. It is an old grinder. Got some fun advertising on it. This one just says economy, made in the USA, and has the number 10. But I like to turn them upside down just like this and add them into my kitchen vignettes. And I know these bring up a lot of memories for people. Steph says I'm doing great. She's the example of how not to do a live. Usually I'm signed in correctly. It's fine. It's fine. I'm still trying to get back in the swing of things. Being out of town really threw me off. Hey, good morning, Michelle. It was fun to be gone, but I got very, very behind. And I just showered. My hair's wet, but at least I got that far this morning. I picked up this crock. It's a little out of season as far as color goes, but it was such a pretty, pretty light pale yellow, I couldn't pass it up. It doesn't have a seal left in it anymore. But I thought it would be great for decor, and if you wanted to stamp it or add crockery, mold or anything like that. Oh, I guess the seal is in there. I lied. I see a lot of brown and blue, not a lot of yellow, so I went ahead and grabbed that one. It's $8.95. It's a good little size too, just to add a little tiny element into a vignette. Steph and Michelle, do y'all know each other? Or are you just saying hi? Michelle, are you still in Kansas City? Oh, Michelle, you go to the West Bottoms. So when I was in Branson, I got to meet the owner of the Ugly Glass Art Company. Her name's Jenny, and she was the sweetest lady, and I told her I was going to come see her soon, so I should be up that way. Grabbed these jingle bells. No, they're just saying hello. That's fun. I love it. Grabbed these jingle bells. They were in one of the bags on the Bag Wallet Savers. And I think they were $2.99. There was some other stuff in there that I actually took out and kept for myself. I don't even know where it went. This bell was in here too. But I liked the rust patina on those. So these would be really great hanging from a red ribbon or something and hanging off of a decor board or adding to a wreath. Michelle's going to the West Bottom shortly. Well, if you go to the Ugly Art Glass Company, I don't know what her hours are or anything when she operates. But tell Jenny I said hello. She's there. Patty said she's been catching up too. Oh, Patty, thank you. I feel a little sense of relief. I'm finally caught up on shipping. My 7-day shipping promise is fulfilled. I've got 2 things sitting right there. I've got to hop off this live and go take to the post office today. It's just like, wow, I was at the post office 4 times yesterday. UPS and the post office. 2 times each. Whew. But I'm very thankful. This little tiny Rusty Star tin was 35 cents. I hardly paid anything for it. I found a ton of smalls this week, and it's up at $2.95. I just wanted to add a couple of little more affordable things that y'all could pick up and like do a curated gift set, or maybe you wanted to add a few things together and gift to somebody. How fun would that be? $2.95 for your little Rusty Star. Butch, you want to mail something to me? Check the description box. My P.O. box is there. I don't have it memorized. I should. Michelle said there's a great place called Fabulous Finds, and I should go. A bunch of wood stuff. Ooh, you found spoons. Butch, do you know how to get to the description box? It's like right under my picture. There's a little arrow. It does the drop down. It should be in there. Another rusty item, so decor use only, little gingerbread man. He's got a great handle. He was all by himself at 35 cents, and I have him listed at $2.95, and he would be great like on a tiered tray. Up next to some decor boards. This little angel, speaking of boards, cost me around 70 cents. She's up at $8.95. She was made in the Philippines in '95, so she's vintage now. And one more great wood item I found here, this truck. 70 cents I paid for it. And it's a great cutout, already stained nice and dark. It's up at $9.95. Would be great as is, or this would be really good added to a big wreath too. I can't wait to see Michelle. Send me pictures later. I will, I'll be at home shipping. It'll be a nice little break. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. Has anything else? I think that was everything that sold before the live. Oh no, these sold too already. Teresa grabbed these up. Yay! Thank you, Michelle. Tell her I said hello. Teresa grabbed these up. These, I kind of made some trees out of oil lamps. I did. They were kind of like this, but they had bases, larger bases. Like that went down this far. Anyways, if you watched my videos last week, I'm sure you saw them. But I saw these, so I went ahead and grabbed them up, and I wanted to sell them as is, because I know sometimes y'all can't find parts like this, and you want to do your own projects. So I figured this would be a great opportunity for somebody to do a DIY. Teresa thought so too, and she grabbed them at $8.95. I paid like 50 cents for them. Are y'all feeling the holiday frenzy yet? I got my Christmas tree up, and I'm really starting to get in the mood. I'm ready to decorate my porch this weekend too. Thank you, Marty. She dropped my P.O. box in the comments since I can't admin my own page. Oh, I had to get these salt and pepper shakers. Total crockery looking style. There's 3 holes on each of them, but I'm calling them a set. Just be careful with your salt. They still have the plugs in the bottom. They're up at $19.95. I did pay up a little bit at $6 for these, and these came from Savers. But gorgeous, gorgeous. If you have a bunch of crocks in your kitchen, adding these in would be a marvelous touch. And again, finding things of different heights, some smaller items, and not just a bunch of medium-sized things. I like to give you guys a variety of decorating ideas. Couldn't pass up this canister. Totally crazy shape, right? Different than I'm used to. And he actually sits, it doesn't really sit that way because it hits the lid. But it could sit this way or this way. And it's got the perfect patinaed lid. And that green, couldn't pass it up. It's a single, so normally I wouldn't have got it, but the green is perfect for the season. I paid $2.75 and it's up at $14.95. Butch says he has a vintage set of wooden rooster canisters and thought they might sell for you as they are. Oh, amazing. I am excited to receive those. He'll get them in the mail soon. I will be sure to keep an eye out. Y'all are the best. It's like Christmas when I receive things in the mail. Okay, I had a bunch of these up on my site already. Well, 7 of them. And I found a bunch more. They are little crocheted snowflakes. They look kind of sad right now. They need a starch and an iron. But they're all different, just like real snowflakes, or most of them are different. And they look really, really pretty on a flocked Christmas tree or a regular Christmas tree. They were 25 cents each, so I paid like, I don't know, 15 cents for them. But I went ahead and listed them all up as a set of 23. I think they're $19.95. All right, Michelle, have a fun. Do some shopping for me. Not really. Unless you see something I really have to have. I don't need anything. Michelle really will shop for me. Oh, goodness. This little primitive candlestick, I liked it. It's not super old, but it looks super old. I paid $2 for it at Savers, and it's up at $9.95. But look at that great, like, hammered metal type, I don't know, goodness, rust. Thought it would be a great little riser. Again, I don't always buy single candlesticks when they have an interesting or a different finish. I like to have sets, but that one was too cool. Too cool to pass up. A couple of fun little Christmas items. Lorraine actually found this bell. She's getting really good. We've been shopping a lot together, and she's figuring out my style. It was 99 cents, and bells have been selling really well. Really pretty little tree on it, and the cutouts, I thought it was really sweet. Tarnished silver, it's up at $6.95. And it does actually ring. There it goes. It was stuck. This tiny little Santa cost me about 15 cents. He's just old. He's plasticky. His paint's chipping. He's pretty much perfect. Again, like a little tiered tray, just sticking in a vignette. I've got a printer tray up there where I love to keep my little small things. He's up at $3.95. Tiny little copper heart. Just random stuff. I couldn't help it. A bunch of little tiny randoms this week. Also $3.95. The great thing about these little tiny things is they're easy to ship, so they'll go faster. This little miniature barrel, y'all know I love my mini things. It says on the bottom, made in Colombia, but it just looks like it was like a little trinket for traveling. Who knows? But I just thought it was cute. And again, sitting on a little printer tray or in a vignette. I like having those little tiny touches. I'm gonna put it back here so I don't break it. I always grab these primitive wood pieces. This one has a little bit of glue around the handle, and I thought I would use a little bit of like top coat and decrepit dust to kind of hide that. But it's also stained red, which I thought would be really fun for the holidays. So I grabbed it. I paid $3 for it at Savers, and it's up at $9.95. But I thought it would be fun. I'm not going to do it. I'll let y'all decide also to stencil it. Stephanie says it's dollhouse size. Yeah. I wonder, so it's a barrel, and it says made for Sonia Messer Imports, Los Angeles, California. You think it's a wine barrel? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna get these out of the way. They are big, but they are very cool. So I found 2 of these old, I'm thinking, are they library index cards? Or maybe it'd be way cooler if they were like old doctor apothecary files. I don't know. Drop me a comment, let me know. I found 2 of them, $2.75 each, and they're up at $34.95. They're gonna be a little tricky, a little heavy to ship, not really tricky. But I thought somebody just had to have these. I thought they'd be really neat for a computer riser. Oh. Or just sitting on your desk for organizing. I just love that industrial look. The handles on these are really cool. So 2 sets, A and B. They're a little different sizes, which I have in the listing if you are interested. Excuse me. All right, a couple more things here and then we'll paint. This picture, I found this at Savers. It wasn't marked. The girl charged me $2.99, but I liked the mixed metal of the galvanized, and then this looks kind of rusty or kind of like coppery. But I'm not going to do anything to it. I'm going to leave that one as is. It's up at $16.95. I liked this one. In fact, I found a couple of things that had like a good natural patina of their, not natural, but man-made patina of their own that looked kind of natural. Those will be heavy to ship. They're not really, really heavy, Teresa. They're moderately heavy, but that I know my box sizes, so they'll be okay. I can ship them. Y'all, I ship some wild things. I bring it upon myself, but those are so cool. Not everybody can find stuff like that, right? And if they don't sell because they're a little pricier, because they're harder to ship, then I'll just keep them. Oh, Patty says she has a bunch of them that her in-laws used in her travel agency for brochures. All kinds of stuff. I would probably just keep craft supplies in them. I found this cute little cutting board. It's got some great patina, a couple cuts on it already, but it's a good shape and it's got a good neutral wood color, like natural. It's not too orange. It's warmer, but it's not like yucky orangey pine. And that's up at $12.95. I wanted to put up a couple of less expensive decor boards in case y'all are needing some to decorate with for the holidays. When I can buy them inexpensive, I think that one was $1.99 at Savers. When I can buy them inexpensively, it's nice when I don't have to make them. These I got because they're cute, but I thought they were a really fun idea. Hey, Teresa. I thought they were a fun idea for people who have the blocks. They decoupaged some of the sides. It looks like they just drilled a little hole and glued some string in to hang them. But I went ahead and picked them up. The set of 3 is up at $6.95. And again, even if you don't hang them on your tree, just sitting around in a little old vintage red Christmas display. The Santa's got me. I was in the shopping mood yesterday. It was rainy and gross and yucky and cold, and I had to run errands, a ton of them. So I figured I would just shop and make myself happy, and I did. And today the sun is out. These little jingle bells I picked up They are $3.95, but I figured, again, be great for a little DIY. But I don't usually see white ones. This morning I turned on some Christmas music and sat here and took pictures of everything, listed them. It was very nice. Like I said, I'm getting in the spirit. Elena, my daughter, has a birthday at the end of November, so I don't like to overshadow her birthday too much with Christmas stuff too early, but I do have to decorate for work a little early, so there's a little compromise. Hey, Holly from Kentucky, she says she copies me all the time. Girl, that's why I put out my ideas. I'm glad you do. Welcome. Oh, Teresa grabbed one of the drawers. Sweet. What are you gonna do with it? I might keep the other one. Once stuff starts selling, I start to panic. Like, oh, I should have kept that. All right, so again, probably should keep these because they're black ice skates. I've got a set of white ones, and I think these would go better with my decor, but they're just really cool. And again, not everybody can find these. So I went ahead and grabbed them. I paid up for them. I paid like $15. They're up at $39.95 because again, they're a little bit heavier to ship, but how fun is that inside red plaid? And I really like to take these and hang them from some fun rope and then hang them off of my sled on the front porch. See, Stacy said it's really hard to find ice skates in Arkansas. Here you go. $39.95. Ooh, they've got the rust patina. So I couldn't pass them up. Normally I wouldn't have paid up quite that much for them, but I knew somebody needed them. I just knew it. All right, two more things. Lorraine found this box as well. This is like a wine box, right? And I don't always buy these. I've seen them a lot at the thrift stores, like all the time. But this one is wood and then like a pressed tin. So that tin, as we know, will paint up and wax just beautifully. It's got a great handle on it. And it's definitely one that could be used over and over. So I was like, you know what? It's the holiday season and we can paint it and somebody could use this and gift a really nice bottle of wine. And then whoever received it would have a beautiful box. So I'm not going to do like holiday colors. I want it to be a little more neutral. Right now it's just listed to be painted. And it's up at $16.95. Tina, you've missed most of the haul, but I'm going to paint a little bit. If you're interested, I can't drop the link because I'm not signed in as a moderator, but upcycledbybri.com. It's also in the description box, and everything is in the Shop the Haul collection. But anyways, this is going to be gorgeous, all painted up, for sure. So I said yes, throw it in the cart. And then last thing here, this was the other thing I was talking about that had a good man-made patina on it. Usually this like rusted distressing is not super good when you buy it manufactured, but I loved it. And it really goes with my industrial theme. I just don't have room for it. Oh, but it's also numbered 1, 2, 3. Can't pass that up. All the selling points. And it's hollow in the back, so it's not going to be too heavy and hard to hang. It's got 2 hangers here. I paid up a little bit for it, $13 at Savers, and it's up at $39.95 because it is pretty big. It's going to be a little tricky to ship, but I knew somebody needed this too. Oh, Tiffany said you can find vintage ice skates for $20 on eBay. Amazing. Hello, Sarah. She says, I got some great stuff. Thank you. Some of this stuff you helped me find, huh? Okay, let's paint some trees. Where'd I put them? There they are. There they are. All right, so like I said, these are just wood cutouts. You can tell somebody did them on their own, but I really like the shape of them. I have them up individually at $8.95. I'm gonna add a base to them so they'll stand up. And I think we'll add a little snow as well. So I've got DIY aviary here. All the paint and products I sell are also over on my site. They all have their own collection. And Aviary is definitely my favorite green. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Now DIY paint is a clay-based paint, so it's really thick and it's highly pigmented. So your coverage is going to be really good. I should get full coverage on these in just one coat. The brush is stiff. I use Klingon brushes. If y'all are new here, I know I've got a ton of new subs. Welcome. But these Klingon brushes are great because you just put them in a cup of water overnight, and like the next morning when you go to clean them, the paint just falls out. You don't even have to try. And this is an F30. This is my favorite kind of go-to. It's a flat, not too wide brush. Tiffany loves watching me DIY. Thank you, Tiffany. I should have some really good edited content up next week. This week I got one video up, but it was a struggle. And I'm really making sure I'm not getting too behind on my shipping. Ooh, so because this paint is so thick, I'm getting some fun brush strokes. I'm actually going to play with that just a little bit and kind of go the way a tree naturally would be. Oh, Patty said Aviary is her favorite too. Okay, where is my heat gun? This is really the first time I've painted since I've been back. I did those Christmas trees, but that didn't involve any painting, which is not cool. I need to be painting more often than that. No wonder I've been a little cranky, huh? Okay, so I've got a heat gun here. I just have a Wagner heat gun, nothing too fancy. And I'm just using it to dry my paint faster since we're live. This is not a necessary step. You guys can let it dry on its own. Oh good, Teresa got the deer paper, the Christmas stag. I think I still have a few of those in stock. That Christmas paper went fast. So there's a couple dark spots on here where I got some bleed through. Bleed through is just either oils from somebody's hands or oils from the wood that kind of seeps through that paint. The clay paint is so porous that when that happens, it will really suck up any of those oils and kind of make a dark spot. It's going to be okay on this because it's just a small piece of decor. We're going to distress it. We're going to do some waxing, some snow effect. If it were a piece of furniture, I use a product called shellac, and it's an oil-based product, or DIY has a product called Salvation Solution, and it's a stain blocking primer. You could apply a little bit over that dark spot and then let that dry and paint again, and it should stop the bleed through. So just a little fun painting fact for you. I think a lot of us have experienced bleed through, but not everybody necessarily knows what it is. This is probably not the best brush to get up in here, but I make it work. What is everybody up to this weekend? Like I said, I pulled out my Christmas tree a few days ago and got it up. I am excited to get out some more stuff tomorrow and decorate some more. I'll do a decorating video coming up. I didn't do a fall decorating video and I got hollered at, so I'll make sure I get some Christmas ones up. I just ran out of time and inspiration for fall this year, and that's okay. I did some fun fall activities this year though. And now I'm sitting here like thrifting Christmas stuff thinking, oh my gosh, is it too late? And it's just the beginning of November. So isn't that crazy how our brains work so far ahead of schedule when we're crafters? Y'all aren't sick of Christmas stuff yet, right? I'm gonna go ahead and paint the bottom of this too. And once I get these, I don't think these have sold. I don't know, honestly. If they have, sorry. But once I get them finished, I'll take new pictures and update the listing on my website. That way y'all can see what the finished product looks like. After I get the bases on, I'll put a picture up in community too. Y'all are quiet. What are you up to this weekend? Is anybody else crafting with me? I know I have a couple of friends that have big shows coming up. 'Tis show season for sure. People's booths are busy. I have a ton of friends that are expanding their booths or getting like second and third booth spaces. It's a very, very busy time in the craft world. I probably just got paint in my hair. Patty, if you're still on here, I've got a couple orders coming at you today. You're up in queue. You got the brass eggs. What else did you get? I didn't see the second thing. Still a few really fun items left from my Junkin haul. Jumping back to Kansas haul. A lot of those things sold so fast it was crazy, but there's still some great things left. Joni asked if I was going to paint all three the same. I was sitting there thinking maybe I should do some different greens. Right? I've got some Salty Kiss. Of course, there is the, oh, that one's Farm Fresh. I thought it was Apothecary. I've got some Gypsy Green. Let's do a couple different ones. Marty says she's usually not the biggest Christmas person, but she's got a ton of inspiration from all of us creators. And she's working on Christmas stuff today. Hey, Jasmine! Marty, that makes my heart happy. Marty, you got some stuff coming too. I was looking, you're probably going to have 2 or 3 boxes headed your way. And I'll knock my queue list down just a little bit once I combine those. And Marty, I saw you grab some really cool stuff from Julie too. That Santa, to die for. Jasmine, what are you up to today? Okay, I'm gonna let that one dry the rest of the way on its own. Marty says Salty Kiss, let's do it. This one's green. Like, I hardly ever use Salty Kiss. And usually, you guys, I am not dipping straight into my containers of paint, but I'm being lazy today. Yes, Marty, it is going to be like Christmas when these boxes arrive. You're right. Whew. That is bright. That is like your true Christmas green right there. So again, I've used Aviary. This one is Salty Kiss. Very different greens for sure. Oh, Jasmine's about to film some content. Yes. That makes me happy. PM me later, Jasmine. I want some sneak peeks. It's the perks of being friends in real life with creators. But yeah, I couldn't pass up these little sweet hand cut items. All right, I'm gonna paint the front of these two, and then I'm just gonna finish one because I do have to hop off in time to get to the post office before they close at noon to get a couple packages out. Otherwise, those won't go out till Monday, and I would be really sad. Jasmine, drop that channel, girl. Marty asked what your channel is. Oh, Jasmine, hurry up and drop your channel because I can't. There it is. Thank you. Teresa said she racked up several fall framed arts for repurpose at Walmart, 75% off. Sweet. Salty Kiss is gorgeous. It's just very, very true green. Great for Christmas. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, you guys. Something is... That heat gun got some dust stirred up or something. Oof. And we will... Thanks, Jasmine. I will have fun. We'll see you later. Message me later. We'll do some gypsy green. Or should we do apothecary? Apothecary or gypsy? Let's do apothecary. Gypsy is pretty and it actually looks more like a pine tree, but I want to do apothecary because it's different. And I think that it's going to look good with the snow. Barbie, if you purchase a rolling pin from me and it says to be painted, you can definitely request a certain color, but please email me, upcycledbybri@gmail.com. That's also in my description box, and say, hey, I bought this rolling pin, here's my order number, and ask for a certain color. I will be happy to accommodate you. But if you please would email me, that way I don't lose your message. Because sometimes if you just message me here on YouTube, I don't see it. Or if it's after the live is over, I definitely can miss it. Hope that makes sense. But yes, I would be happy to accommodate colors for you. I should have any of the colors that are listed on my website in the Sweet Pickins and the DIY lines. Okay, so this apothecary actually had dried completely out, and I added water to it and stirred it real good. Let it sit for a couple weeks, and look how it kind of reconstitutes itself. It's really, really thick, but if I add a little bit more water in there and stir it, it turns back into paint, y'all. How amazing is that? But isn't that a gorgeous light minty color? Yes, Marty said she forgot how much she loves apothecary. Same girl. And I know I have kind of phased out from my teal and stuff, but I will always, always love apothecary. Okay, I'm going to dry this up so you guys can see the colors dry, and then I want to show you how you guys can make snow with the DIY paint frosting. And then I gotta go for real. But I will put finished pictures up, I promise. I always talk so long during my hauls. I don't mean to. Alright, we got Apothecary, Salty Kiss, and Aviary. Gorgeous. And they all look great together too. Such different colors, but they work. Okay, so the snow that I'm talking about, I already have some made up here in a container. Oh my gosh, there's junk everywhere. But I use the DIY paint frosting. This stuff is highly underused and not talked about enough. It's a paint thickener that makes your paint literally like thick like frosting, hence the name. And it only took the tiniest like 1-2 drops in this DIY beadboard to turn it into this thick consistency. Now, I had mixed this up a couple of weeks ago. Sorry, I had mixed this up a couple of weeks ago and then covered it on this good little Tupperware, and it is still definitely usable. It doesn't dry out or anything. It stays good. Yes, Tracy, I will combine your orders for you. I got you, girly. Okay, so I've got a palette knife. This is just a little artist palette knife that I found in a pile of junk by the side of the road with some art supplies, but I love them. I know you can order them online. You can probably get them at the craft store. I just have some really fun vintage ones. So I've got a little bit of that paint frosting here on the back of my palette knife, and I'm thinking like right here on the tops of the trees. we'll add in a little bit of snow. But it gives some good peaks and some really good texture. How fun. Different tools would probably produce a different effect, but you could use like a spackling knife or the back of a plastic spoon. And it gives it some really good texture. And then I'm just gonna pull some, just a little bit here, like to the front, but not too much. And I'm gonna focus mainly on the sides. But this paint frosting is great. So obviously mix it in with the white paint and you're gonna get stuff that looks like snow. But you can mix it in with any of the DIY colors, obviously, and make good chippy, you know, texture. Just texture that you can put base layers and then you paint over that, sand it back. It works kind of like a salt wash, right? A little bit different though. The texture is different. And I used this last year, I do believe, on a couple of my Christmas projects. It does take a little bit longer to dry than the regular DIY paint. Obviously it's thicker, so keep that in mind. Fun, right? And then this little spatula, what is this called? Fits really well up and underneath those tree branches too. Fun. So I will finish painting all these trees. They'll all get a little bit of snow here, right? They will need sealed. So honestly, I'm gonna do this snow effect and then just kind of spot seal. You know, I'll do clear wax. I'll do clear wax over them. I don't think it should mess anything up as long as I let this dry really well. If I tried to wax before this snow was dry, then it would just smear. Once it's dry, it should be fine. And then maybe I'll do like some spot waxing with some dark wax, but I will, I'll drop final pictures in community so y'all can see. It'll be fun. Any questions about any of the products or my haul today before I hop off? Like I said, I'll go back and edit the description box with the links and whatnot. Sorry about that. And I'll make sure I'm signed in before I go live again next time. Okay, I don't see any questions. So y'all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Send this video out to a friend and I will post final pictures probably tomorrow or Monday of these trees. But thanks for hopping on. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, friends.